Next to me is Pure Blades, and we're here at Singapore for the longest race of the season. Pure Blades, welcome mate, how are you?
I'm alright, mate. I'm in for the long haul tonight. 55 minutes this race takes, so yeah, it's gonna be a long one for us.
Yep, it's gonna be a very long one, so hopefully these guys can pull off a great fight, a great job, because otherwise it's gonna be a very long and boring race. So let's see who is going out of the pits already. We got some guys on the hard tires, some guys on the soft tires, so gonna be interesting to see what these guys will do. I think the strategy you want to go for is mediums to hards, I reckon.
Medium to hard for the one stop. Soft to medium is viable and quicker than the mediums to hards. However, I think we've seen most of these guys on that one-stop strategy.
Fair enough.
Although it could all change, as it did last night. Stumpy, 29 laps on the hard tyre after a lap 2 safety car. So, you never know. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. Thomas said to me, fruitful, that when he was practicing, that a soft to hard is maybe possible as well. It will be a stretch. I don't think it's faster as well, but maybe we can see guys doing that as well if they think that's the best option for the race. You never know. Yeah.
In my opinion, I think the soft to hard, it won't work as well as the other strategies. The two-stop soft to medium, and then the medium to hard. But it could still work. It's been done in practice a few times. So
yeah, you got, of course, with starting on the medium tires, like the soft tires, they will be quicker at the start, at the beginning, but like further down the race, those mediums will get quicker, and those hards will be fresher and quicker in the second stint as well, compared to the guys who start on the soft tires. So I definitely think that if you want to go for the one stop, medium hard is the way to go. But maybe these guys, if you're starting on a soft tire and suddenly you're a P1, maybe you decide to not get stuck in traffic and go from softs to hards. That could be an option. We've got to wait and see. We don't know if it's gonna be raining during the race as well, so we need to wait on a sort of weather report for the race as well. Oh, and that's voice crack number 1. My voice is not ready for tonight, I can tell you that already, so get the voice crack counter up in the chat, because this is gonna be a very long one.
I did notice before any of these guys came out, they spent 2 minutes in the pits. So it may be that they're modifying their setups to adapt to some rain, maybe.
If it's gonna rain, this race is gonna take
well over an hour.
Yes,
well over an hour.
It's gonna take longer than it did already. And Jordan is in the chat together with Rosa, and Jordan finally broke his spell for bad race because he's won his race at Japan today. So congratulations, Jordan. Good job. Make sure you put in that kind of performance tomorrow as well. That would be absolutely lovely. But yeah, I think with Nolan and an Altair in the lobby, I think that's almost impossible. Well, you never know. Maybe Jordan can push something out of the hat. And we got Dan on a 1:36.8 on pole position right now.
It's a solid banker lap for Dan. I don't think he'll stick with it. I think maybe he'll try it with the medium tyre. But we shall have to see as qualifying opens up.
Mitch is in the chat. He says, hey guys, it's Mitch in the Ferrari garage. It's a full dry night. So that's absolutely lovely to hear, because then we'll get strategies and things like that. So that will make the race even more interesting. Great stuff.
Thanks, Mitch. Also, gives us less time to sit in the commentary box for.
Catch yourself down to the hot dog fan, Mitch. Mustard and ketchup on mine. Ricky's in as well. Welcome, mate. Hope you're having a good evening so far. Wisey Boy pushed into the pit, so his lap was probably invalidated. We got Matty Robbo on the lap as well, but he is saving your rest, so he probably made a mistake as well. Let's see, Don Amo is going to start his lap now, so let's see what he can do, going on board with the Renault driver. So we take you on board for a lap on Singapore circuit. Into the left-hander, quickly right, left. second gear, quickly up to third gear, then up to the gears. Make sure you're within the second here, because this is where the DRS gets into play. Right-hander, and this is the point where you can open DRS up to very tight left-hander. You can make some overtakes in there, but you need to make sure you got the move done before the tight right-hander that's coming up. You don't want to go side by side into this turn. Get the momentum, get the flowing to this left-hander, which goes on to a short straight. And then it's a very tight chicane coming up with the right, left going over the bridge right now, and then into the hairpin to the left. Very easy to lock up, but Dynamo is doing a pretty good job. Strangely enough, no DRS on this straight, but if you get a good exit, maybe this is a place to make an overtake into the right-hander. And then it's up to the tricky and really momentum going sector 3. If you get it all right, you can really gain a lot of time, as I think Dynamo cut it, but you never know. Then going up to the left-hander under the tunnel to the right, and then we got a right-left before the last two turns to the left. Short straight on the left-hand side, you got the pit entry, double left-hander, really flowing, and that's a lap around Singapore, and that puts Dynamo up to P4 with a 1:37.3.
On the hard tyre as well, so great lap for Dynamo to be up there already on the hards.
Yeah, yep, only 2/10 of Two-Spell was on a medium tyre, so that shows how cool of a lap it was from Dynamo. Really good job from him.
And we got a Varamir fan club in the chat. Got Rosa supporting Varamir. Seth says blank for the win.
Blank for the win. I know Blank has been practicing a lot of times. Well, at least I saw when he was online, I saw him practicing Singapore, so he should have some pace as well. Going on board with Varamir now for the fans in the chat.
I do fancy Dan Robbo, sorry, for this race. The Haas driver, he's been solid in qualifying, practice all week. So I think a pole position would not be out of the question for the Haas man.
Statement it is right here. No pressure on Dan Robbo, but
I mean, I've got something I can say about Blank as well. So
ooh, we got some inside info.
just depends if you want me to say it, Thomas. I mean,
sorry?
Because Blank told me he was going to stick it on pole.
Wee.
So
Mitch confirms what you said. He said Dan Robbo has some great pace here as well. So yeah, he's confirming what you just said about Dan Robbo. So maybe we can see Dan Robbo and Blank up there. But for now, we got the Ferrari of X47 in on pole position with Profotis behind him. Interesting.
Yeah, Roland behind that lap on the soft tyre, but he can definitely improve on these mediums that he's out on now. And I'd say most of these guys are going to have taken the harder selection, as you can see. P9 all the way down to P17 with the hard tyre on.
Yeah, so they will probably all go out on the mediums at the end of the quali. Interesting stuff for X47 and Roland, both going out on the soft tire, so they're probably going for the two-stop, unless they're gonna go for the soft hard, like I said at the beginning of the stream. But that's really unlikely.
I'm pretty sure that Dan can probably, X427 can beat that time on the medium tyre. He's just coming out now. Oh, he is still on the soft, so it looks like he's gonna go for a two-stop, you're right. I was just looking at Roland coming back out on the mediums, so Dan Robbo 4/10 up through the middle sector. Gonna need a big improvement to get anywhere near pole. He comes over the Anderson Bridge and down what would be the last DRS straight, but unfortunately not in this game.
Yeah, which is very sad, because it allowed some good overtaking opportunities, but for now they need to do it on pure slipstream.
And Dan keeping it clean through 16, 17 and 18 under the grandstand. And he comes round with this flowing chicane. keeping 2 wheels off the track and on that yellow runoff. He comes round the last corner. I think it's
Pole
it is
position.
provisional pole for Dan Robbo.
Impressive.
The
Really
136.4 on the mediums.
Prime position for the Haas driver so far. As Mitch in the chat, he says quality is super important to anyone that does the one stop from the front has the best chance. Yeah, I think so. If you are in front of the grid on the medium tires, you really got a good chance to take the victory. And Ricky feels the same on it. So yeah, both guys confirming that strategy is really important on this track. Like I said, not a lot of overtaking opportunities, of course. So if you want to have a good chance at the victory, you really want to be on the one stop at the front of the field. And Dan Robbo is doing absolutely that. Brilliant stuff, Thomas.
P2 man, round turn 3 and down towards Raffles Boulevard, trying to improve that soft tyre lap time, trying to beat Dan Robbo. He's got to make up 4 tenths to do it. Be tough. And he's already a 1.5 up in the first sector, going through the tight right-hander. Turn 8.
Puts in pole position. Sorry to interrupt you. He did a 1:36.3, so he just got past Dan Robbo, and now this is the moment for 847 to push to get his soft tyres in front.
And if Dan can snatch pole position here, he's going to have a great blocker in Dracer on the mediums, and he can just get away.
Yep.
He comes down towards the second sector split. He's 5 tenths up. That would be enough to beat Dracer.
Oh, he ran wide. Oh, that's on my screen. That's lag.
Yeah, I had a bit of lag there as well. It's fine as he comes through turn 18. I think he's backed out of his lap.
Erasmo too. Maybe he is saving. Yeah, he's pulling it back up now, so he's pushing. He was saving to make sure he got Eras at the end of the lap.
Oh, he hit the wall.
Yeah, he hit the wall on the exit. Is it gonna be enough as Tuespa puts in pole position? Then it's not enough. He improves, but it's not enough to take pole position as Tuespa gets away with it. He is in P1 now, and the teammate of X47 Dresse is in front of him on the mediums, which is crucial.
And I think Dracer is in the prime position now. The leading medium runner. And Dan, I imagine Dan's going to get past him on the start. I think that's a given. With those softer, grippier tyres, he needs to be careful not to wear them out on his in-lap. Because the tyre wear around here, I believe, as everyone knows, is insane.
Yeah, I just heard that when you cross the finish line, when the timer is gone, it gives you extra tyre wear.
Yeah, it absolutely kills your tyres. So you want to have your last lap done before the session ends.
That's crazy. That's like, it's so strange how a game can do that, because then you need to time it that you make sure you can put it back into the pits, and it can really hurt your race. As Blank puts in a 1:35.9 on the soft tires.
There it is. Great lap again from Blank, and I can't see. Well, maybe Dan gets close if he comes back out on the softs, but he'll have to be quick if he doesn't want this insane tyre wear. And I believe Haas have just let someone go from their garage. And it is Dan Robbo. So he's not going to get round to the line in time. Oh, he's out on the mediums again.
On my screen he's got 2 minutes.
Yeah, when he finishes his lap, he's not going to get the chance to pull it back in the pits himself.
Oh yeah, like that. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
So this might be an out lap and then an in lap. I don't know if he knows. I'm not sure, but
so let's see if Emir puts it up there. on the medium, so he's in front now of two spell on the soft. So we got soft, medium, soft, medium, soft, medium, soft, which is very interesting.
Yellow's in sector 2. I'll try to get a look at where it is. I think it's someone maybe moving out of the way.
We got a Ferrari coming out of the pit, so that's probably too late to set another lap. I'm going on board now with Medi Robo, who is starting his lap now, going through turn, let's see, 5.
It was Dan, and Dan's going to have an issue now with those fresh softs. If he gets damage, he won't be able to have a fresh set, I don't think. So, a shame for Dan.
Yeah, that's maybe not a really good strategy call. Maybe also expecting to go out earlier, but got held up or something like that, you never know.
Yeah, there could be time, like. Titchy, what? Do you know what the actual time is, Titch? Because if you do, let me know.
Let's see, Medi Robo now's going to start his sector 3. Blankety blank P1. Let's see what the Haas driver can do. His brother slash teammate is up there in P6, so let's see what he can do. Oh, he almost lost the back end.
We're about 45 seconds back. So
let's see, 34, 35, 36. It's Medi Robo with a P12. He won't be happy about that one. Vermeer backed out of it. Two spell is finished. I don't see any finish flag so far, so
we are 45 seconds behind.
Oh yeah, now we see finish flags. Okay.
Finish flag. So two spell gets across and gets to drive those soft tyres home.
I'm sorry. Oh, but I'm back.
I'm not sure if Dan Robbo is going to finish this lap. No, he's not. He's going to drive those. He's going to drive that Haas car straight back into the pits. And that'll be the end of Dan's qualifying. In a good position on the mediums, though. So, you never know what can happen.
I'm on board with Dan X47, but it says he's on his out lap, so I don't know what his currently lap time is gonna do for him, because we don't see any data on his lap time, so that's great. Now I'm gonna follow him, and then we quickly go back to two spell, because he is right behind the Ferrari driver.
He's
two guys on the softs.
4.5 tenths is down if he wants pole. And he's hardly reached his deployment limit, so...
Oh, he got that corner, I think.
Cut the last corner. Yep. That is going to be.
What's two spell gonna do? P2.
P2 for two spell.
Which is important, because now those two soft runners are up there.
That tyre wear from the AI.
That will be really horrendous. Do we have any people on a quick lap? We got Racer. No, he's not gonna put in a quick lap, so that's it. This is how it stands for the Singapore Grand Prix, with Blanke P1, two spell P2, Arbar up there in P3, Vermeer P4, Tresse and X47 both Ferraris P5, P6, then Robo P7, Wiseboy P8, Roland surprisingly in P9 but on the soft tire, so that's tricky one. And fallen rounds off the top 10. We got Racer P11, Chrome P12, Dynamo P13, Mediro P14, Robin in P15, Max debut for him P16, and Demon debut as well at P17. So those guys need to.
The two new boys didn't set a lap. And Lewis in prime position for this race.
Well, what is he gonna go onto the medium tires, or is he gonna start on the hard tires? That's gonna be a difficult one as well.
I think it might be a hard tyre start for Lewis.
So here we have a confirmation once again, and look how close it is between Blank and Two Spell. like P3 and P4 as well, really, all within a tenth and a half of the pole position time of Blank. So that's a really good job. And like you said, Blank, he said it to you, he's gonna put it in pole position, and he did. So
He
absolutely
did put it on pole.
good stuff from the Toro Rosso driver. Brilliant stuff.
The two Ferraris together as well in P5 and 6 could be a massive benefit for them.
So as we're waiting for everyone to choose the tires, get the strategy on point.
And who is gonna be the naughty boy? It's UK
Last.
Demon on his
It's
debut.
Demon, oh yeah.
And not a good start to his career in cars, already a penalty point.
So let's see what everyone choose to start on. Of course we know the top 10. But for now the tires, we got Racer and Crowan both on the medium tires, and further down the grid we got Donamo, Melly Robber, Robin, Max and Demon on the hard tires. So interesting.
And we should see Blank and Two-Spell pull away from Arbar and Varamir, and Dracer on the mediums as well in P5 from the start.
So people warming up their tires. I think the guys on the soft tire want to do as less warming up as possible to make sure they don't overheat the tires. It's gonna be interesting to see what X47 can do in the 4-way as well, because he will probably get a much better start than the 3 guys ahead of him on the mediums. So maybe he can make a move down the inside of Tresor and Vermeer. Maybe he can get Arbar on the first straight. Got to wait and see. It will be crucial for Blank and Two-Spell to get away and get a really good start, because if they're gonna get stuck or gonna get overtaken by a guy on the medium tires, it will be a very long and hard race for them to get past on the first 3 laps and then pull away enough to make sure the 2-stop will work. Yeah, for Roland it's probably gonna be a very hard race on the soft tire as well, so good luck for him. So everyone is lining up to the grid.
UK Demon back in P17, just taking his grid slot. As we wait for the lights.
5 red lights, probably got to wait. They're off. And now it's away we go for the Singapore Grand Prix. As it's a good start from both soft runners. Arbor gets a really good start. It's Ferrari side by side and then tries to go round the outside of Varamir. Is he gonna get the move done? On exit speed, I think he is. He's on the inside for turn 5. And he gets the job done. Really good job from the Ferrari. This is absolutely crucial for his race to get in front of the both medium runners of Vermeer and Dresse. This is a brilliant, brilliant start from the four wheel. Only got R-bar on the mediums in front of him. Let's see, oh, it's a Haas of Dan Robbo running wide. Now he's getting attacked by Fallen. Fallen goes around the outside, but there's no way you're gonna get the move done. And so far everyone gets away cleanly. Brilliant stuff.
It's nice to see. I'll just have a look. See if I can get a good camera angle for wing damage. I don't think there is any. Very clean. So excuse me, I had to sneeze there. Very clean for the T2 boys on this opening lap.
Really good stuff from all of these guys to keep it clean, good overtakes, and now it's gonna be crucial for Blank and Two-Spell to pull away, which they are doing already. Well, at least Blank is doing it so far. He already put away 1.3 seconds, so Two-Spell holding up the guys behind, and this is absolutely lovely stuff for Blank, who is pulling away like a genius. Look at the lap time. He is destroying the guys at the moment. He needs to make the soft tires work, and Tuspo will be thinking himself, like, what am I doing wrong to not keeping up with Blank? Let's see, is Vermeer gonna go for a move? On the inside of X427, nope, he's not. He's sticking behind the Ferrari as Corwin is making an overtake on Profodes. He is struggling on those soft tires as Racer is gonna go for a move as well. Two admins side by side, and Racer gets the job done on the mediums, and Ronald is struggling on the softs with now Robin, his fellow Dutchman, behind him. Ronald is not happy on those soft tires, you can tell that one.
Mitch makes a good point. I've just looked at Blank on the telemetry. He's under-fueled already, so he's pulling away. Not as much fuel in the car as Arbar's got past Two-Spell.
Arbar got past Two-Spell, so quickly go back to
Dan
these guys.
coming at Two-Spell as well.
What is going on for the podium positions? Two-Spell, did he make a mistake? We don't know. Maybe Tichy can confirm for us. Two-Spell struggling, and this is a big gain for Arbar, who now got past Two-Spell. Now he can try to get at least close to Blank, if not overtake him. And Two-Spell is forming a little bit of a train behind him at the moment. Dresse is defending from Weisseboy, which he is doing very well. We got a Ferrari, Racing Point, Ferrari and Racing Point, so interesting order that as well. And then we'll be trying with the Slipstream to get past Two-Spell this lap as well, I reckon.
Slipstream and DRS is now enabled, so lap 3 the wing is going to come open on that Ferrari as they come down the straight, and Two-Spell won't have it from Arbar, who's fallen so far back. But Varamir is going to attack Dan down into turn 7. Dan runs a bit wide but manages to keep the position, and great racing to keep these cars from touching.
Yep.
As I think the softs are already starting to go off. Look at Two-Spell's gap to Arbar now.
Oh, as you say that, it's Roland and Bonamo colliding with each other, I think. Don't see any damage. Demon has got damage
on the Renault,
yeah, he's got damage, which is unfortunate. Go back to the Two-Spell train.
Damage to the right end plate of Donamo, and Demon, sorry, left end plate of Donamo and left end plate of Demon as well, so it's a shame for the new driver. If you're Blank, you've got to think about pitting sometime soon. Look at the gap he had to Two-Spell and how it's just come down now. Arbar's chasing him down.
Let's see now.
Roland
Two
with
spell.
5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane onto the mediums. Two spell apparently has some wing damage. We can't see that, but I'll trust the information from Titchy.
Yeah, fair enough. We can't see it on stream, but that definitely explains why he's struggling so much. But he's holding on because Dan can't get past Two spell because he is focusing on Vermeer behind him, who's trying to get past as well. It's a train for like 5 or 6 cars. It ends with Racer, but Robin, knowing his pace, is probably gonna join to this train as well.
Two spell probably is running a lower downforce setup than some of these guys.
Oh, then almost touched the back of Two spell. And look at Arbor, by the way, he already closed up to Blank, so those soft tires are gone. And Arbor, if Blank is not gonna go into the pits this lap, Arbor will definitely get past on the next DRS straight, I reckon. Maybe not start finish straight, but definitely after turn 5.
Yeah, on Raffles Boulevard, it's a good place to overtake, so just make sure you get the move done. Let's see if Blank is coming into the pits. His pit window isn't open yet, and he stays out. Oh, an interesting call from Blank, as they've opened now a 5-second gap to Two spell, and Two spell's in. That's not a surprise, and I'll see if he gets his wing changed. As the Ferrari mechanics run into the pit lane for Dan as well. There is no fresh wing ready to go on that Red Bull, so he's sticking with it. Oh, and he gets blocked. He gets blocked maybe on the release. He does.
We're going down the inside, sorry to interrupt you. Makes the move stick, gets past Blank, and that's Arbor up into P1 with a big lead to Vermeer now, who is in P3 with Dresser behind him. So it will be crucial for Dresser to hold on, try to stay within that 1 second to get DRS on the next lap, as the train is starting to get destroyed really by Vermeer, who is putting up the pace. He's trying to break the train. You can say it
telemetry,
like that.
Thomas. Telemetry.
Oh, yeah, rookie mistake.
And Two spell now slumming it down in 13th with his teammate. Dan has jumped him in the pit lane. I'm not quite sure what happened, but Two spell just seemed to get held up. And if there's any information from Titchy, then would be greatly appreciated. But I'm not quite sure what happened there. And there's the first penalty of the day for, or the first corner cutting penalty of the day for Blank. And Two spell is going to concede to Roland, who is on the softer compound, and maybe let Roland have a go at Dan, but they're already 7 seconds back off the Ferrari. Multi-21 says Titchy.
Just Dresser, he is in the DRS window, but not able to get past Vermeer, who's got some pretty good straight line speed with his teammate behind the Ferrari. Robin on those hard tires looking really solid as well. Once again storming his way through the field, already up there in P7 on the hard tires, is looking really good for maybe a podium finish as well, as the two Red Bulls are there down in P13 and P14, which is very unfortunate.
Yeah, like I say, it just seemed like Two spell got held up in the pit lane by, I don't know what it was. Dan got past him, Dan came out first, and Two spell just seemed to sit in the box. And Blank now is going to start losing, he is losing time drastically to Vermeer.
Yeah, he lost 3.5 seconds in 2 laps to Arbor, so that already says enough. He's definitely stretching those soft tires.
His
and
pit window is open, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him pull in.
He stays out.
No, he's not doing it.
Is he gonna go for the
what
soft
are you
hards?
playing at? The soft are hard. The hards last the whole race. What are you playing at, Blank? Come on.
Is he destroying his race now?
He's destroyed the graining on those tyres. You can see it straight down the middle of his front right tyre. What is going on?
So now Vermeer is in prime position with the straight line speed. He has ERS mode 4 enabled, DRS wide open, Blank is not even gonna defend. Vermeer goes down the inside, better grip at the moment, and that's chopped on for the racing point. And it will be crucial for Dressé to get past the Toro Rosso as quickly as possible, because Vermeer will pull away now. And if Dressé doesn't watch out, Vermeer will be out of that 1 second window.
And look at this, he's already fallen out of it. Dracer is just being held up so much by Blank.
He will be kicking himself now that he can't get past this Toro Rosso. Maybe on exit here from the hairpin would be an option.
Yeah,
ERS mode 4 is enabled, he's definitely gonna try. Yeah. Won't be enough. Hope it isn't. Oh, and this is frustrating. You need to keep your head calm now. Oh, Blank almost lost it. Yeah, those tires are gone.
He had a tank slapper there.
Tank slapper there.
Dracer nearly in the back of him.
He is pushing Blank through the corners now.
Oh, surely you won't go for a move. No. Smart decision from Dracer.
If you went for a move there, would have ended up in tears. Yeah, I think Blank realizes
Connell did it yesterday. And Connell tried a move on Tichy there yesterday, and he ended up sideways under the grandstand. And Blank coming in, I think, is a bit too late.
Yep.
Well.
So Dressé now, with the pressure behind him of Racer, YC Boy, and Robin, who are both, oh, Crowan as well, by the way, who are all looking to get past the Ferrari driver. Is Racer in the Mercedes gonna do the job? ERS mode 4 is enabled, DRS wide open. Dressé has horrendous straight line speed as the Mercedes goes down the inside, side by side through turn 6. He pushes the Ferrari off track, and Dressé has to stick behind the Mercedes, and that's Lewis up into P3. Brilliant job from the Mercedes driver.
And I said it before the race started, Lewis in prime position. But the undercut is massive around this track, so... And I'm just looking at the gaps, Ricky. If Arbar pits now, he would come out behind P10 and P11 with the pit stop delta of about 29 seconds around Singapore. So.
Okay, fair enough. So let's see, the gap to the leader is 33 seconds.
We would come out just between Dan and Dan Robbo in P11.
Between the two Dans. Always wanted to say that once. So let's see what these guys can do for the final podium spot, as Weisberg was taking a very wide line through the last corner. I thought he was making a mistake, but it's alright. Strange enough, we saw the real F1 doing it every single time, and they didn't get any warnings for it. But this game, yeah, with track limits, it's an absolute joke. So you can't make that mistake too often, because it will hurt you and it will penalize you for it.
There are only a few places around here where you can really mess up and get warnings. One of them is around that last corner, and then into turn 2 as well.
True.
If you're too far off the track.
Yeah, it's not. It's also very strange and very unlikely to go off track here, because the walls are very close. But if you can, you'll almost get penalized for it every single time. So you need to watch out for it.
Down at turn 16 as well.
Yeah, turn 16 is a dangerous spot as well.
16, 17, easy cuts.
Yeah, and coming out of 14, which these guys are going up to now. Strangely enough, there's sort of a invisible wall. You need to watch out for that one as well, because if you run too wide, it can either punish you with the off tire, as Demon retired.
I wonder if that's in the pit lane.
Sector 1.
I think it's on track, so we might see a stricken Alfa Romeo.
Let's see, Dressé is not able to get past Racer, definitely not on this lap, as we got another voice break. Yeah, Dressé is pushing, he stays within the second, but he's not quick enough to get past. He is struggling on a straight line speed, so he must be running a very high downforce setup.
I'm not too sure where UK Demon retired, because there was yellows in sector 1. I can't imagine he's put it in the wall.
I don't see any damage on track so far.
I can't imagine he's clouted the barriers, like coming out of turn 3 maybe, or even out of turn 5.
You never know, but I don't assume it as well.
It might be an on-track retirement. You don't know. It's hard to tell. I didn't see him in the pit lane, so.
Holland picks up 3 seconds. Will be added to his time at the end of the race, but running in P16. Last place for him now. He's having a horrendous race, which is very unfortunate for the Frenchman. Let's see, Tracey, he is 5/10 behind Racer. It has been the gap for like the last 2 laps, and he's just not able to get past the Mercedes. Maybe this is just tactical, saving his ERS, staying within that 1 second, just doing exactly the same thing like Lewis is doing. And get him, then these guys have made their pit stop, you never know. Don't know if Lewis is gaining on Vermeer. It seems like it, but the gap is still 3.4 seconds.
Dracer just hit the wall there, but no visible damage on that Ferrari, which is nice to see. The big winners,
Lewis is in.
Robin and Dracer behind him. And Robin carries on, but the big winners are Lewis and Robin. Robin, I think, has now gained 13 positions. And Lewis, before he pitted, was up 8. Whilst Crowan up 9 from where he started.
Oh, Tracey with a very slow pit stop. And Vermeer, of course, came out in front of these guys. Well, the Racer either had a very fast pit stop or Tracer with a very slow one, but the gap definitely is bigger this time. As Blank gets not in front of Vermeer, maybe with warmed up tires he can make a move onto the next straight. He's low on ERS. Vermeer with a lot of ERS. Is this the time for Blank to make the overtake? Well, Vermeer has ERS as well, so I think that's his opportunity out of the window. Yeah, Blank is not close enough to make the move, so Vermeer gets in front of Blank, and this is absolutely crucial for his race. Because now Vermeer is on for provisional P2.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I believe, I checked the gap to the leader, Dan Robbo now leads this race. He is in the net lead. If he can close up another second, that would be a lot better.
Will those hard tires make it till the end?
The hard tyres can make it to the end from lap 2 as Arbar dives into the pits, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Crowan and Wisey Boy behind him. Neither of the pit windows are open though. Crowan is coming in, Wisey Boy follows him in.
Yep. So these guys pit in, so it's Robin now in the lead, and that's Matty Robbo goes on.
And then down X427, so...
Yep. And then we have Dan with Vermeer very closely behind him in the professional lead, just like you said. So Vermeer now with the DRS, is he gonna go for a move? I think it's better for him to wait, which he is doing. And he's probably waiting for after turn 5.
So Arbar now back into the net lead of this race. So the podium as it stands is Arbar, Dan Robbo and Vermeer.
And Vermeer, talking about Vermeer, he is closing in on Dan Robbo. He's gonna go for the move. Let's Vermeer down inside, and that's provisional P2. Or for now P5 for the Racing Point driver. Brilliant job. And let's see if he is quick enough to catch up to Arbar in front of him. Lovely helicopter shot. As these guys are very close together, it must be said, not really big gaps. Of course you got the gap between Robin and Matty Robbo, but these guys still need to make the stop. So we're looking at the podium runners so far. But Robin, when he's gonna pit, he's definitely gonna go for the mediums, if not the soft tires. So maybe he can challenge at the end of the race for these podium spots. You never know. As Blank is in there as well, he made a little bit of a strategy error with going on those soft tires. We said maybe he's gonna prove us wrong. Would like to, but yeah, he is in a provisional P4 as it stands. So still a good result, but he will be hoping for some positions in front of him to drop out. See Tresse, he really dropped down. Like I said, he had a very bad pit stop and he is fallen behind Roland while he was behind Lewis. So yeah, this is gonna hurt his race. He is now very close to Roland and has almost lost it. Coming out of turn 3. And this is time for Tresse to get past. Will he be able to get past? The rest is wide open. Will Roland give up the position? Roland is not defending. Tresse goes down the inside and that's chopped on for the Ferrari. That's Tresse up to P9. Roland defends. Roland goes round the outside. No way. No way. Roland holds it round the outside. Brilliant move from the Red Bull.
Oh,
he lost it.
Tank slapper.
Side by side now. No way. No way.
That's going to bring Don Ammo back into this. This is incredible. Don Ammo gets through. Tracer gets through.
Brilliant job from the Renault driver. And Roland did his absolute best, but unfortunately for him,
onto the Anderson Bridge.
Brilliant race from these guys. Big respect. And look at Dan. X47 is closing up to Arbar. He's got some brilliant pace on those mediums. And this is the time for the Ferrari driver to show us what he's worth. Make an overtake on that Williams car in front of him.
I'm struggling to believe what's happened to Tuchel. He's still sitting down there in P14. I'm not sure how.
Yeah, he is having a very tough race.
He gave up the position to Roland and it just looked like he's not been able to gain any time back. It's a shame because he looked quick in qualifying.
Spit ahead with a brilliant, yeah, how you want to call it, like sort of stamp?
Homer emotes.
Yeah, emote. That's just what my face looked like when those three guys were battling through a corner where I said you can't go side by side, but they just did.
I've got some better emotes.
Which is very true, yeah. As Ricky's in the chat, Vermeer seems quicker on the hard compound compared to Arbor at the moment. And you're absolutely right, Ricky. Vermeer is gaining on those that Williams, and Vermeer is almost within a second of Dan, and Dan is almost within a second of Arbor, if they're still keeping up with me. So these guys can get all together within a lap or two. Then we will have a brilliant battle for the provisional lead of this race.
I honestly have no idea when Robin and Matty Robbo are planning on pitting, because it could be anywhere from now up until lap 27 if they're going for the soft. It's crazy. The hards just, they seem to have no deg around here, and it makes it difficult to predict strategies.
It will, yeah. They can go onto the mediums, they can go onto the softs. We never know. We will not know until they make their pit stops. And look at Vermeer. He gained almost a second through the last two sectors. And it's definitely time for him to make an overtake on a Ferrari. Then goes not defensive. He's really tied to the wall, but Vermeer makes the move stick. And that's the racing point up to P4, and he is looking to get past Arbar as well, who just got past Matty Robbo, which is a crucial move for the Williams driver, because now Vermeer will get held up behind Matty Robbo.
Such a great move by Arbar to get it done when he did, and now Vermeer is going to start losing time behind Matty, as you say. Canadian hoping to pull out a gap to the Racing Point.
Robo picks up 3 seconds. That's gonna hurt this time. The end of the race was struggling behind these guys to keep up, and he's got a very aggressive Toro Rosso behind him who is looking to take his place up there, up in P6, and Vermeer close up to Matty Robo. So this is the time for the Racing Point to push and get past that Haas driver, because he sees the Williams disappearing in the distance. He's making the move already on the start finish straight. Strange move, strange place, but definitely crucial that he made the move stick, and now it will be crucial for Vermeer to defend. But I think he got it sorted, because Matty Robo has got no grip anymore on those hard tires, it seems.
Can't quite see the graining yet as we did on Stumpy's fronts yesterday, but they're going to start getting up there towards the end of their life, is what I was trying to say.
Lovely helicopter view, absolutely orgasmic. I wish there was an option to select this every single time.
Yeah, would be lovely, but unfortunately it is not one of our options as they come across the other bridge on the Singapore track.
Yeah.
I don't
Lovely
actually know
circuit.
the name of.
I don't know the names of any straight or corner maze, so you're already blowing me away with the knowledge you have, so fair enough.
Well, I can tell you the long straight is called Raffles.
Here. So guys, it's not only entertaining to watch, it's also very, how do you say it?
Educational.
Yes, exactly. So let's see, Vermeer, he did gain some time on Albar, so that's good and really good news for the Racing Point driver. And then X47 closed up to Matty Robo. So will the Ferrari driver be close enough to make an overtake? But you got the brother of Matty Robo behind him. Both dance in P5 and P6, so is Dan Robo gonna go for the move? No, he's too far away as well, and he got blank behind him, so Matty Robo is just forming a little bit of a train behind him. We've seen this train already, but then Two-Spell was in front. Now it's time for Matty Robo to lead this train.
And Dan at the minute is in a hash sandwich. Barely has room to breathe in there. And I can imagine the pressure will be setting in for the Ferrari driver. He's going to have to push on those mediums in the second medium stint. Sorry for cutting you off there, mate.
No problem. I saw Dan struggling, and then Robo makes a move on the Ferrari down the inside. Then goes for the switchback, but it's not enough. And this was like what I wanted to say. Dan, he had a very scrubby exit. He lost it almost into the wall, and that allowed the Haas driver to get past the Ferrari. And I think this is time for Dan to make the pit stop. X47 I should say, because now it's very confusing with those two guys very close behind us. Then Robo puts it into the wall, and he lost a little bit of his front wing. That's the right hand side end plate gone for the Williams. This is gonna hurt his race.
It's not Williams, it's a Haas, mate. But
that's what I mean. I'm absolutely
all
sorry.
the same, it's fine. Don't worry about it. As Dan gets away and Matty Robo manages to get out in front on those fresh mediums. So, Two-Spell gets back up to P11. And Matty and Dan might be fighting on pit exit.
Look at this. Racer makes the move down the inside of Blank. It's not job done already. It's job done now. Let's Racer up to P5. Brilliant job. Good move. And he's looking to get past Dan Robo with the wing damage. That will mean that Racer goes up to P4, and that will be an absolutely amazing result for him. He was looking forward to this Grand Prix, he said. And he's definitely showing why. he's got some really good pace as we're gonna focus on the battle for P2 between Arbor and Vermeer. Because Vermeer is just only 7 tenths behind the Williams.
And I think in this equation of the battle for the final podium spot, Dan Robbo is very vulnerable. He's on 5 lap older tyres than Lewis, and Lewis is just gonna blitz past him on the next DRS straight.
And then Robbo is in a very vulnerable position as Robin is into the pits. He's changing his front wing as well, so he must have made a mistake. And this will be crucial time lost in the pit lane. He goes onto the mediums. Understandable move. Of course, not time yet to go onto the softs.
Dan Robbo comes into the pits. He changes his front wing, yeah.
Yeah,
and
fair
onto
enough.
mediums for Dan Robbo. And is he going to lose out to Tuchspel as well? This could get feisty between the Haas and the Red Bull. If Dan Robbo can manage to catch back up. It's been an unlucky race for Dan. I feel sorry for him. That's another one who had a great performance in qualifying and has just lost a bit in the race.
Oh, Jordi's in with some inside info. He said Robin had front wing damage from lap 1. So that's some interesting information we got there. Thank you very much. So Robin, he continued on 19 laps with front wing damage. That's impressive.
Robin might be in a position to win this race. He's 8 seconds back, 7.7 now of Dracer, and on the fresher, softer compound.
Yeah, in total
so
he is 20 seconds.
Open.
Yeah, in total he's 20 seconds behind Arbor, so it's the task for him to gain 2 seconds a lap while making overtakes as well to Arbor. But if Arbor and Vermeer are gonna battle together, it will only allow him to gain even more time on those guys.
Will indeed, it will indeed.
For now, it's time to focus on 2 battles. We got one battle going on for P1 and we got one battle going on for P4. So we're gonna focus on the battle between Arbor and Vermeer for now. Will Vermeer be able to make a move? No, he won't. Too far away. So we go back to the battle between the Toro Rosso and the Ferrari. The battle between Blank and Dresse. Is Dresse gonna be able to make the move? He's got his DRS wide open. Is he gonna go for the move? No, he's not. Thinks better of it. Sticks behind the Toro Rosso. He's got to wait probably another lap to make a move on the Toro Rosso as Blank is trying to get closer to Racer, but he made the move at exactly the right point because now he's 1.6 seconds away from Blank and he is in prime position now for the last podium spot.
And Ricky's right in the chat. Varamir only burning his ERS down the straight so he can stay with Blank. So saving ERS through the first and second sector. And the first and second sector, and then burning it across the bridge.
Interesting
and
strategy.
I think Arbor is on 100% ARS, so a lot to defend with. But a lot
low
to
on
attack
fuel as
with
well, by the way.
as well, and low on fuel, of course. Yeah, so.
Don't know how much laps he's down on fuel. Oh, never mind, because now it's gone. So he is on like 0, so to say. He's got nothing to play with.
He's on exactly 0.
Talking about fuel, but he's got something to play with. Talking about ERS as Robin puts in the fast lap of race, which is very understandable on those fresh mediums. And he is closing up really quickly to Dresse in front of him, and Vermeer is still not close enough to make the move on the Williams. And we're gonna focus back onto Blank and Dresse. Dresse, ERS mode 4, DRS wide open, round the outside. That's job done for the Ferrari. And that's Dresse up into P4. He felt the pressure of Robin getting very close to these guys. And he had the thought of getting past Blank as soon as possible.
And only 2 seconds now away from Lewis, so That'll be an interesting battle for the last podium position. If Dracer can get there, Lewis is on 60% ERS, so a lot more than Dracer.
Robin got a brilliant exit. Is he gonna go for the move down the inside? I think he is. Yep, he's definitely gonna go for it. You saw it coming. You saw, because we had the helicopter view going through the hairpin, you saw the different line Robin was taking through the hairpin. That allowed him to get the better exit speed. And that allowed him at the end to get past Blank on the straight. And now Robin is in prime position to get past Tresse on the next lap with the DRS. 60% on his DRS, Tresse on 40%, so should be an easy move for the McLaren. And then he's got to push to get past the Mercedes front as Arbar picks up 3 seconds. Absolutely crucial.
That could be crucial, because I know Varamir was clean the last time I looked, and Varamir has 1 warning.
Varamir going for a move around the outside. Arbar defense. He was having a look, but it's not enough. And El Tresse is gonna defend from Robin. Robin goes down the inside, and yeah, there's job done for the McLaren. Tresse has got no straight line speed at all. And that's Robin up to P4. Like you said, he is challenging for the win, and it seems like it now, with a gap of 12.5 seconds to the leader of Arbar. Yellow in sector 2, that's Medi Robbo. And that's front wing gun. Doesn't seem like it.
No front wing damage.
So I think he just spun to get the helicopter view. At the moment it's not needed. No wing damage from Medi Robbo, so that's lucky. But he is definitely out of a point scoring position. Quickly go back to the battle for the lead between Arbar and Vermeer. Vermeer is struggling, must be said. He is now back within a second, so he will get the DRS on the next straight, but he is too far away to make a move down to turn 6. So Arbar doing a brilliant job to hold him off. And it's probably gonna be time for Robin to make the overtake on Lewis. He will defend, but it probably will, yeah, those the Mercedes driver will know that it's game over. Yes, it is. Robin makes the move down the inside, DRS open. Easy move, job done. And he can focus to get to the back of Vermeer. Let's see, we quickly go back to gap of interval. Let's see if there are any battles going on. We got battle between Fallen and Dynamo for the last couple of points in this race. So we hit our highest number of viewers, 35 people watching now. Welcome, hope you guys all enjoying. You guys are watching hopefully a very interesting end of this race with these two guys very close to each other, always wrong really. And we got Robin on those medium tires catching up really quickly.
Here comes Robin.
He's done it now for the last couple of weeks, making his way through the field and then making it interesting till almost the very end. He had a battle last week.
I didn't expect it at Singapore though.
Yeah, you don't expect it, fair enough. Well, he's doing it at the moment. 9.6 seconds is the gap. And it's Vermeer now, close enough to make a move. DRS wide open. Is he gonna go for a move round the outside? He thinks about it, but it's not gonna work. So it's another lap behind Arbar, I think, for the Racing Point driver. Yeah, Ricky with a very good point. Catching is one thing, passing is quite another. Good shout. He's got 7 laps to gain 8.7 seconds, and those medium tires will not get quicker at all. These hard tires will feel okay. Those medium tires will go off, so that's something to keep in mind as well. I think Robin is just too far away to get into the battle with these guys.
Especially with all the pushing that Robin's been doing, I don't think he's going to have a chance really, which is a shame.
Yeah, he is not saving his tires at all. He's pushing the absolute best. And I think Arbor and Vermeer are saving their tires a little bit, although they don't need to. Probably doing. Matrix, by the way, is asking about the penalty situation. Oh, you're already answering it. Great job. I shouldn't have said
Straight
anything.
on it, mate. Straight on it.
Yeah.
Straight on. No problem.
Yeah, Ricky with again a very good point. Vermeer, he doesn't have to push. Tishy as well, maybe he doesn't know. That could be a point as well, but I think knowing Vermeer that he knows that Arbor got a penalty. Yeah, I assume, really. 7.5 seconds now is the gap between Robin and Vermeer. So he gained a second through the last lap. And with that pace, it's not enough. Crucial thing now for Vermeer, he needs to keep it clean, and if I was Vermeer I would just try to get past Arbor and then try to either get away or just stay in front, because if you pick up a penalty as well, maybe even on the last lap, you will want to shoot yourself by not overtaking him, or at least not trying it. He needs to keep it as clean as possible now, don't take any risks. If he does, he needs to push, and he needs to do it very quickly, because he's got 5 with this one, 6 laps to either get past or make sure he doesn't pick up a penalty.
And he just got another warning just there on that lap, so
Commentator's curse.
tight for Vermeer.
Ooh, Vermeer is putting the pressure on Arbor. As Tresse is maybe gonna go for a move on Lewis. No, he's not. ERS mode 2. He's very low on ERS. Almost in the orange. He is in the orange, 9%. He is struggling with his ERS management. And then Robbo is defending from Donamo. Let's see if the Renault can do something. No, he's probably too far away. So, yeah, the rest of the grid is all spread out. Only the battle for P1 is very interesting at the moment. The rest of the grid is pretty solid. These guys need to pull up a fight to really make it interesting for us as neutral viewers.
Robin has closed up by 3 seconds. I hadn't noticed.
5.3 seconds.
Obviously still doing him some good.
Yeah, we saw people on the mediums going into the pits when they were 12 laps old. So he got another 6 laps, 7 laps maybe now with a low amount of fuel. So those types will definitely make it till the end of the race and still have really good pace. And 4.9 seconds now is the gap with 5 laps to go. It's gonna be tight. Ricky with a question. Robin to get the win on penalties.
He will if he can close up and Vermeer gets another warning.
Yeah. Mitch with a comment. If those two up front battle too much, Robin will be there around lap 30.
So Mitch turning into the AWS and predicting when Robin will be in striking distance.
Yes. And normally you got Robert in the chat as well, predicting when Robin is gonna go for a move. Haven't seen him yet.
Oh, a bit of a slide there.
Yep.
For Arbar.
You saw it as well. And he's struggling, he is feeling the pressure, because he needs to push really. He needs to make sure Vermeer is either making a mistake or not quick enough to stay within the DRS, because Arbar needs to pull away 3 seconds with the penalty he's having. And he knows it's almost lost course now, because Vermeer is not gonna drop out of that 3-second window that easily, as he almost lost it. I don't want to put any commentator's curse whatsoever, but yeah, this is the battle we talk about. And Robin, 2.4 seconds is the gap. He is pulling that gap down out of nowhere. Vermeer picks up 3 seconds. Robin for the lead. Robin for the win at the moment. This is absolutely crucial. Oh my
What
days.
has Vermeer done? Dave, what have you done?
And this is what I said. I wouldn't have taken the risk to stay behind Arbar. I would have just get my way past and then pull away as quickly as possible. Because now you're in the same boat as Arbar is. And with Robin closing in really quickly, plus with no penalties, it's all to win now for Robin in the McLaren. And if his teammate is not here, he is doing it for him.
The McLaren boys will be very happy from Tier 3. I know Roz is in the chat, so...
The Cookie is ill, but he will probably feel better when he sees the results. Robin now 1.4 seconds is the gap, and he will be within a second, I think, at the end of this lap.
Blank gets another penalty. I was scared that it was Robin. But
that would make this race even better.
It would.
Yeah, Matrix real life, amazing last 3 races. He definitely is showing up now. He's definitely showing us why he is in Tier 2. Will Vermeer go for a move on this lap? That will be the question. On 55% of ERS, he is turning up the ERS, but he's not close enough. He will not be close enough to make a move on Arbar. And Robin is just not close enough to get DRS. Just to confirm, Blades, Robin is clear on penalties, is he?
Robin is clean. And is he completely clean? He has 1 warning, so it'll be a tough task for Robin to get a penalty from here, but you never know. Could happen.
You never know. If these guys battle, maybe he's picking up warnings left, right and center, but I don't see him doing that. And after almost 29 laps of racing, we got 3 guys within a second fighting for the win of this Singapore Grand Prix. Not expected to say anything like that whatsoever. But these guys putting up a brilliant fight for the win of this race.
Two laps to go and the... Oh my god, Two Spells got a penalty! It's happened! The impossible has happened!
Yellow sector 3. Look at this. It's time for Robin to make the move. ERS mode 4 is enabled. Is he quick enough to get past Vermeer? I don't think he is, because Vermeer has got DRS as well. So yeah, because Vermeer gets DRS, Robin can't get past. He needs to do it on the corners as Robin closed up almost too much. So he almost broke his front wing onto the back of Vermeer, but it's okay for now.
Jesus.
You okay, Blade?
That was a difficult moment.
Namo with the fastest lap, he just pitted for soft tires, so that's good for him. He's taking the point of, I think it was Fallen.
It was Robin actually.
I think Fallen took it after that. I never know. Maybe it could be Robin as well. I know Robin did set a fast lap at some point.
It was Robin.
Busted. We race on a Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday 10 PM UK time, and if you're from America we race at 2 AM UK time. I don't know what it is for the American boys. I think it's 9.
It is 9 PM Eastern on a
You can
Thursday.
contact either of the stewards, should be in the chat as well, or you can check our website, which is contest. So, should be all sorted. As Vermeer, focusing back on the race, gonna go for the move around the outside. He's trying it once again, not successfully.
It's not gonna matter if Faramir can get past. It won't matter. It'll be the win on the track.
Are these guys gonna make it interesting, or will it stay like this? Vermeer burning off all of his ERS to maybe make an absolute last move for the win. He is so close to that Williams. Will he be close enough? Tricky exit. Won't be good enough to make a move down the inside, I reckon. Is he gonna go for it? He breaks late, he's gonna go for it. He touches Arbar. Arbar's into the wall. Oh, it's Vermeer off!
David the wall!
No way!
No! Faramir!
What am I seeing on my screen at the moment? And Dresse is making a move around the outside of Lewis. And Dresse takes the last podium spot now. No way. We go back to the winner, which is gonna be Robin. He takes
Heartbreak
P1.
for Abba. Elation for Robin. The win in Singapore.
And now Dresse, he needs to keep it cool to take P3, or is Lewis gonna take it on penalties? That will be the question. Dresse, he cuts the corner, doesn't get a warning, goes up to the line. P3 stays P3, Lewis takes P4. Wisey Boy just overtook his teammate, he will be gutted. But is he gonna take P4? What an end of the race. Wisey Boy takes P5, then Robbo takes P5 actually on penalties. Rowan takes P5 on penalties. Blank stays in P8, he's not gonna get P5. Then takes P8 of Blank on penalties. And Medi Robo rounds off the top 10, picking up a penalty for good measure. Oh, Fallen! Fallen! What are you doing? Oh no, he's gonna get disqualified if he's not careful.
I cannot believe what I've just witnessed.
What is going on this last lap of the Singapore Grand Prix?
In all my years of racing, I have never seen anything like this.
I've never seen anything like this ever again.
I swear you'll never see anything like this ever again.
So watch it. Drink it
in.
As we're gonna watch two spell with a penalty. Yes, lads, with a penalty. Taking home P14. He ran out of fuel as well for good measure. Disappointing race for him, but what an end of the race. Absolutely amazing scenes. Yes, he is gonna cross the finish line in the pits.
In the pit lanes.
So, this is it then. Oh my days, what a race.
What have I witnessed?
This is tier 2, like we've seen it very few times actually, but not this season. I think this is probably the best race so far. Brilliant Robin, absolutely amazing pace once again. And what an end of the race with Dressé, of all people, taking the last podium spot. Absolutely amazing stuff. Yeah, this is an end of the race like you want to see every single week. Brilliant job from these guys. And so I'm gonna take you guys through the final standings. So Robin with no penalties, brilliant job from him, taking P1, Arbar P2, Dressé P3, Racer P4, Crowan P5, then Robo P6, Wiseboy P7, then P8, Blank P9, Donamo P10 rounds off and takes the final point. Roland P11, Medirobo P12, Fallen P13, Two-Spell P14. Vermeer, unfortunately with the DNF on the last lap of the race, P15, and Max and Demon both with a no, Max I think with a lap down, yeah, fair enough, and Demon with a retirement. Unfortunately for the two guys making their debut, they will be back stronger next week, I'm absolutely sure of it. So we're gonna invite these guys to the party. Robin's got no mic still, so we're gonna do it the same like we did last week. I'm gonna ask him the questions in advantage and he can answer them already, so we allow. Yeah, you can ask the questions to Dressé and
no, you can ask Robin a question from me.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
How does it feel to go from P16 or P15 to P1 at Singapore?
We will ask him that one. So waiting for these guys to join the commentary box to ask them some questions about this race, and we have a lot to ask. Because oh my days, what happened on the last lap?
Get an answer from Alba.
Yeah, I think we have to start with Arbar. We need to get an answer to our questions. Arbar, starting with you. Yeah, what just happened on the last lap? You were defending from Vermeer. He gave you a little bit of a touch, it seemed like, and then he just completely lost it in the wall. Did you guys make contact, or was it just all Vermeer by himself?
Well, he was pretty close, and I think he gave me a little tap, and then I tried to correct going through the corner, ended up hitting the wall, and then I saw Vermeer go by me on the right, and then I don't know what happened because then it looked like he just went straight into the wall. So I don't know if he lost it or if there was like something else there.
It seemed like he just lost it.
It looked like that from the view we had. I think we were on board with Robin, and it just sort of looked like he was on the right hand side of the track and he sort of speared into the wall on the left. So whether it was desync or what, we don't know. But
yeah,
I'm still struggling to believe what I've just witnessed.
Yeah, same. Yeah, Albert, did you know Vermeer had a penalty the last couple of laps, or was it just a real surprise to you that he was gonna go for a move on the last lap?
I stopped checking the last two laps because I just assumed he would race a clean race, and then to me it looked like he was actually kind of backing off to fend off Robin. So I was a little surprised that there was such an attack on the last lap, but it's a shame that it ended up like that.
Yeah, it was a brilliant ending for our viewers, but definitely not for Vermeer. You could say it like that. But yeah, for you, did you expect to be up there on the podium, or is it a real surprise to you that you're here doing the interviews?
Well, I had some like surprising pace in like the prep for this week, but I was very iffy on the strategy to use. So, I mean, it's hard to get around 31 laps here without binning it. So, I'm just pretty happy to be here, that I could keep it together. My hands were shaking for the last 5 laps. It was just mental.
Yeah, I know the feeling. It's absolutely crazy. Yeah, brilliant job, mate. Really good race from your side, and congratulations on the podium.
Thank you.
Going now to Dress A. Yeah, talking about unexpected podiums. This definitely must be one of them. Yeah, just tell us what you were thinking when you saw Vermeer into the wall and when you were making the overtake on Racer. What was your feeling?
Yeah, I was I was quite surprised to be in that position, to be honest, because normally Singapore is one of my weaker tracks. But when I saw that Vermeer retired, I knew that I had to push so hard to get past Racer. I thought I was a little bit quicker than him, but didn't really get the best of um, exits to the straights and the DRS zone, so I couldn't get past him for a couple of laps. And when when the last lap came and Vermeer retired, and yeah, I was just pushing so hard, sweating like like hell.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
I didn't expect to be there, to be honest.
Yeah, I can totally understand that. You were struggling on the straight line, it seemed like. Were you running really high down for setup, or was it just struggling on those exit? Because Vermeer and other guys behind you could get past very easily on the straight with the DRS.
Yeah, I was running 9 wings, so not too bad, but yeah, I was struggling a bit with the exit, to be honest, especially when my tires got a bit worn. I was braking a little bit too late every time. And yeah, so I used a lot of fuel on the first stint, so I had to save a lot during the second part. So yeah, sometimes I was just letting them through and try to stay within DRS, but had to push again because I was stuck behind traffic for quite some time. A blank for a couple of laps, and some other guys had to push to get through and then catch up to Racer again. So yeah, a bit of fuel saving, and yeah, I was not taking that corner before the long DRS straight very well. But yeah, I managed to end up on the podium, so I'm happy, to be honest. Didn't expect that at all going into this one.
Fair enough. Yeah, really good job. Congratulations, man, on the podium. Really good job, and I'm
Thank
happy
you.
to have a Ferrari up there. Totally not biased.
Thank you, man.
So, going on to our race winner, Robin. Yeah, he's not in the chat because he is not able to buy a microphone for some reason. So, yeah, we just got to do it like this. I asked him the question of Pure Blades, how it felt going from P16 to P1. He said that it almost was unscribable. Yeah, he said there's no better feeling starting from the back of the field going to P1. He got front wing damage like we already knew at the beginning of the race, so it was a real struggle for him to make it on those hard tires. But as soon as he went onto the mediums, he had lightning pace like we saw, and he was sweating. He almost created a swimming pool in his room, he said. But yeah, fair enough to him. So after that, I asked him what his view was on the last lap. He said, yeah, crazy. First of all, it was absolutely chaos. Arba made a mistake. Vermeer came through. He made a mistake as well into the invisible wall of dooms, and then he got through it. So yeah, like I said, that invisible wall is tricky, and it's not what it used to be. Very strange, he said. Tresse is just like Magnussen. Very scary how he sounds like. That's a little bit of an addition from Robin as well. So fair enough. That's Robin for you guys, and that's a compliment for Tresse, I think.
Maybe a little bit. Yeah.
So
we'll say yeah, compliment.
Yeah, let's keep it a compliment. So yeah, that rounds off this tier 2 stream for tonight, Pure Blades. Thank you as always for joining the commentary with me. It was a pleasure as always.
No, yeah, it's a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you everyone joining the commentary box. For now it's only Arbar who is still in it. Thank you everyone watching at home. It was a pleasure always with you guys in the chat, with the interaction. Absolutely lovely stuff. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow for the tier 1 race and on Thursday for the American tier. And I hope to see you guys back next week. Goodbye.